Sisters and brothers, yo, I've had something on my mind. So, what do I have on my mind? Well, I'm here to tell you and explain something very interesting that I've noticed, being a little history buff that I am. So, why is it that President Trump has to be behind bulletproof glass at all times? Now let's take a little trip down history road here in my special garden of Eden, my palm trees. Okay, think about this. I want you to really think hard about this, okay? Now, the rise of Hitler. Now, I want you to go back, if you don't believe me, and watch his videos. He had probably about over 1 million people surrounding him at all times. Yes, and he walked through the streets with no issues. Nobody wanted to hurt him. But now we have presidents like Donald Trump, for example, and they have to hide behind bulletproof glass all day, every day. And not only that, they have to hide behind this car, which they call the Beast. Yeah, I know all about it. It's a badass Cadillac. And the Beast is able to withstand an RPG, all types of crazy shit. So, why is it that our own leaders have to hide behind bulletproof glass? Has this crossed anybody's mind here? Okay? Has this crossed anybody's mind? Now, let's think in terms of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. He didn't have to hide behind anybody. As a matter of fact, he had people working for him. And he was a wanted man, believe me. Everybody wanted him. But nobody wanted to touch him. Nobody would touch him. Until finally he had a conversation with you-know-who, one of his disciples. And his disciples may have turned his back. I don't know, because it doesn't really go back into the text. So, which leads me to wonder, what is going on in this world? What the heck is going on here? And why is it that the most influential leaders have to stand behind bulletproof glass all day long? It makes no sense to me. Seriously, think about this. So, if they have to hide behind bulletproof glass, it means there's a house divided. That means there's two sides to this house that's really screwing shit up. The Democrats and Republicans, y'all are fucking shit up. It's a house divided. That's what it is. So, no matter Democrat, no matter Republican, no matter what, they're going to have to be behind bulletproof glass. Now, even the Pope has to be behind bulletproof glass. Why is this? Has this not occurred to anybody, that if we're going to have a real leader in power, that he should not be scared and the people should not be scared of him? These are just my thoughts on it, and this is me expressing the way I think, because these are serious thoughts. Now, I want to tie. Ooh, yeah, butterflies. So, these are serious thoughts of mine. So, I don't know. Maybe they need the protection. It's really not my business. But, where was I? There needs to be one leader in this world that's going to hold it down for everybody and for everybody's best interest. Now, I want to tie this in to the First Amendment. What is that? Freedom of speech. Now, David Icke, shout out to David Icke. I cannot believe what they've done to you and done to your channel and on YouTube, because that, honestly, how does it make me feel? It infuriates me. So, you're being censored. I'm being censored at some points, because they realize that the power is no longer in the government's hands, it's in the people's hands. Okay? Now, David Icke, huge fan, family. Been a huge fan of you since day one. Because he spreads the truth. Now, what happens with truth? This is where you need to assert your power, people, before it's too late. They are taking your freedoms away from you, one by one by one by one. Now, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. There's going to be an uprising. If this keeps going on, there will be an uprising. The government's already fractured. They know it. We all know it. But how long are you going to take it for? How long am I going to take it for? I don't take it. I don't stand for it at all. Now, shout out to David Icke. I've been a huge admirer of you since day one, because he tells the truth. He's not here to lie to people, and neither am I. So, what I think is interesting is how they cut him off of YouTube. You can't talk about, I'm going to talk about it, COVID-19 and 5G at the same time. You can't talk about it allegedly on YouTube. Well, guess what? I'm talking about it. And they ain't going to take it, they're not going to do nothing to me. So they do, then they martyred me on YouTube. You don't want to do that, trust me. That'll be your own demise, YouTube. So, it's not over. No, it's not over. So David Icke, they're taking your they're trying to take your freedom of speech, so you can't stand up for what you believe in. And when if it ain't gonna happen, I'm gonna tell you that right now. Best of luck, because if that happens, then there's gonna be, as I keep referring to, God's army, the Almighty, the one above us, as above, so below. The one above us that is here to give us our rights back, yes, from the government, from the Kabbalah, trying to take it away from us. In God we trust, brothers and sisters. E pluribus unum, loyalty. Look on the dollar bill, what does it say? In God we trust. Again, back to the freedom of speech. Now, I wouldn't recommend anybody going around saying racist shit, because that ain't going to work in anybody's favor, especially not your favor or my favor. But your rights are being diminished one by one by one. Each right of yours is being diminished. Now, how do I mean? Censorship. Censorship right now is a big topic. I recommend all YouTubers. The pendulum swings. When the pendulum swings is all YouTubers. This is the strongest platform at this moment that there is. And before it's too late, y'all need to start talking about censorship and speak what's on your mind before it's too late. And if it gets too late, well then, listen, God's army is being raised right now. Christians, Catholics, everybody is coming together right now to make sure that we don't let this happen. Because if this happens, well, they're gonna have a revolution on their hands, a real revolution, and they will be taken out in milliseconds. And they know it. They're scared of us. And that's the reason why, don't martyr me as a YouTuber. Don't martyr me and take me off of YouTube. Now, is it going to happen to me? No. Guarantee it's not going to happen to me. But it did happen to my brother, David Icke. And this is a man that I've appreciated my whole entire life for telling the truth on things and matters and bringing up his YouTube, his Facebook thing is lizards and shit. Come on, dude. You're going to censor a man that talks about lizards and shit? Yo, tighten up, America. We are privileged. You know how many people died for our rights? Are you aware? Shout out to, I want to say my thanks and praises to God, to the universe, to the veterans, to everybody out there doing their job, to the U.S. military, the U.S. Army. There cannot be censorship. No more of this. There cannot be any censorship, because if we're not allowed to speak what's on our mind, then they're just going to completely take all our freedom. Shout out to the NRA. If you think you're taking your guns, best of luck to that. I'd like to see that. I'd love to see that. It's not going to happen. So now is the time, my brothers and sisters, to rise together in union under God. God is right now is the answer to everything. He is the answer to everything. You have to understand. Because without him, well, we have our God-given rights as well as our constitutional rights. So it's time to stand up for what you believe in and for what we all believe in. And you know what I believe in? The Constitution that our founding fathers gave to us. If you don't know what time it is, my children, I don't know where to watch, but I always know the time. With that said, brothers and sisters, it's time to raise God's army. All Christian, Catholic, all religions together. With that said, peace be with you. Also with you. Have a great day. You know what time it is.
Love your possession. Uprising, we under the rising. Say they want to take it over. Say we got to run for cover. Freedom fighters, we keep surviving. Behold, let them know we're not push over. It's not over till it's over. Uprising, we under the rising. Say they want to take it over. Say we got to run for cover. Freedom fighters, we keep surviving. Let them know we